Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel, and we are finally able to take the Ruger SR1911 to the range. This time around, if you're a fan of the channel, you know that I usually film at the Rob Jeffrey firing range, and it's an outdoor range. This time around, I'm going to be shooting at the Nebraska Outdoor Education Center. It is a state-of-the-art indoor range, air-conditioned, and they allow you to shoot out to 25 yards with a rifle, carbine, or pistol, handgun. And so that's what we're going to be doing. Now, I don't know what kind of filming I'm going to be able to do when I get there. It kind of depends on the range officer. I'm planning on just setting up a camera and zooming in on my target as I fire, and we can kind of watch, and I can make a little commentary on the targets and such after we get done shooting. I will definitely bring back the targets to the studio so we can look them over. And so what we want to do is kind of put this Ruger SR1911 through its paces. We're going to be shooting a mix of different ammunition today to see what runs through it best, what produces the best results, and so on. And so we'll start off with some Remington UMC 230 grain full metal jacket ammo, relatively inexpensive. That was on rollback at Walmart. And then we'll go to some 230 Fiocchi ammunition, which I believe is also similar to some other ammunition that's in production, like Max Brass ammo or whatnot. But anyway, we're going to try this out and see how well it runs. It's about second up on the price point. Lowest price point is the Federal aluminum. I think I paid maybe, I don't know, $13, $12.50 a box, $13 a box at Walmart. Another 230 grain ammunition with aluminum case on it. They also make this in brass. We're also going to shoot some 205 grain Federal Syntech. Now, this is the self-defense ammunition that I currently have in the SR1911 for home defense. Probably just do a magazine of that. And then I've also got a gift that was sent to me from Garage Guns, if I'm not mistaken. And it is some Ruger ARX 45 Auto. And this is another self-defense ammo. It kind of has like a propeller style bullet. And this is 114 grain, but it's at a blazing 1350 feet per second. So we'll try that also, a magazine or two of that, and see how well it runs. Overall, I just want to see which basic range ammo shoots the best for me out to 25 yards, and I don't know what kind of accuracy I'm going to have. It's my first time shooting the gun. You know, it could be awful, it could be great. We'll just see what happens. And then also see which self-defense ammo performs best for me too. Talk a little bit about the recoil and so on, and we'll go from there. So you may not see any shooting footage. I can't guarantee it, but if we do some shooting, we'll talk about that when we get back to the studio. So, all right, guys, hang tight, and I'll let you know how things turn out. All right, so two things real quick here before we go through the targets. I did not take a tripod with me, so I was only able to film just off of my tray where everything was sitting on the firing line. It was a little inconvenient, didn't give me a good angle, so I've got the footage, but I'm not going to throw it up here. Instead, we're just going to run through the targets real quick. So shout out to David Bowling, the Kingpin. He sent me a care package last week. He dropped a little bit of cash in there, and I was able to use that money to pay for my range fees today. And also shout out to the folks that work at the Nebraska Outdoor Education Center. It's a fantastic indoor firing range in Lincoln, Nebraska. I do want you guys to check it out. Clean, comfortable, cool range to shoot in, air conditioned. It was awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So Remington bulk ammo, UMC, full metal jacket, 230 grain. We're looking at 1.5 inches at 10 yards if you ignore the flyer. That's not too bad of a group. I didn't realize until after the second target that I needed to aim a little bit low with this SR1911, as in lining up the 3 dots with the first ring here. As you're going to see in later targets, I was really able to close things up quite a bit. So 1.5 inches, not bad at all. And that's just for your brass ammo. Okay, and then we got some Federal aluminum case, 230 grain, full metal jacket at 10 yards. 1.7 inches was the group, just a little bit wider, but no flyers at all. Definitely start to get things back into a tighter group. But, you know, for just inexpensive Walmart ammo, it is really hard to beat that Federal Champion. Ran flawlessly, no problems whatsoever. And spoiler alert, all 5 brands of ammunition ran just like a top through this gun. No problems whatsoever. Okay, target number 3, Fiocchi 230 grain. This was probably my favorite overall. You can see once I finally figured out where to put that front sight, where things were going. Nice, tight, punching out the middle. Everything's contained basically within the first ring. 1.4 inches at 10 yards. This is probably going to be my go-to range ammunition. It's a couple bucks more than the Remington, but if it's going to be a little more accurate for me, it's going to be a little bit higher quality ammo, I'm going to stick with the Fiocchi pretty much from here on out for range ammo. Okay, then we've got the Ruger ARX 114 grain. Now, I did notice quite a bit more recoil with this, which would make sense because it's a lighter round. There's a little more kick that you feel. There's less momentum propelling that round, in my opinion, and more of it gets transferred to the gun. But again, 2.25 inches at 10 yards, not bad. And you can see how that little propeller-style bullet definitely cuts a nice clean hole right through the target. And this is what I'm talking about here. So this is what the bullet looks like. It almost looks like a little propeller style. I think it's like Lehigh Defense makes a round like this maybe. But this stuff, man, it just whizzed right through it. So this is probably going to be my primary home defense ammo. This and also the Federal Syntech I'm about to show you. But man, that's not bad. And considering what that round can do, nice tight group, 2.25 inches at 10 yards. And up next, we've got the last of the 5 different types of ammo, the Federal Syntech 205 grain soft jacket hollow point, 1.6 inches at 10 yards. So yeah, it's just a little bit a little more contained than that Ruger ammo, but you know, that Ruger ammo looks pretty devastating what it can do on the paper. So anyway, not bad, 1.6 inches, 10 yards. Again, once I figured out where that front sight's supposed to go, it was golden. So the firearm just performed flawlessly. And finally, took things out to 25 yards, which is what I thought I was going to do initially, but man, you want to talk about things opening up quite a bit. Here's that Fiocchi at 25 yards. Everything is within your 7 circle here, and within no flyers. You know, that's perfectly suitable for 25 yards for self-defense, in my opinion. Had a couple that kind of overlap themselves, and you know, granted, I'm not going to run this as self-defense ammo, but it does show you what you can do at 25 yards with the 1911, which again, I'm not shooting a precision pistol here. Okay guys, so like I said, if you want a 1911 that's going to be able to run a variety of different brands of ammunition, that's going to perform, that's going to be comfortable and easy to shoot, low recoil, it is really hard to beat the SR1911. I'll be doing a complete tabletop review of this pistol, going through all the specifications with you in the near future, but I just mainly wanted to get it out to the range, put some rounds through it. Now we can get it all cleaned up. So like I said, I think I paid around $650, I think it was like $675 delivered, which is not too bad. I went through SS Pawn in Lexington, Nebraska, but I did buy it off a gun broker. Did the transfer through SS Pawn and got a real good deal. But anyway, yeah, Ruger SR1911. Stick with that Fiocchi. Why don't you guys chime in down below and let me know what kind of ammunition you like to run through your SR1911 if you have one, and let me know what works best for you. I'm always open to trying some different brands. I do want to run some Hornady Critical Defense through it and see how that does. That's usually my go-to ammo, but for now it's either going to be the Federal Syntech or the Ruger ARX. So guys, that's it. That's my quick little range test, again, of the Ruger SR1911. Just want to show you what it can do. And otherwise, I think that's about it. So guys, I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe, like and subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, gunchannels.com, guntube.org, UGEtube, as well as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if I didn't already say so. But anyway, guys, have fun, be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.